In the late 1800s, coal reigned supreme in southern Colorado.
Was the lifeblood of this area. 400 and some men were employed. I had a grandfather-in-law who was a foreman here.
The mine was big business, extracting 12 million tons of coal over its lifetime. Powering the mines, an iconic coal-fired power plant.
This power plant was built in 1898 to provide electricity both to the mines and to the 200 houses that were clustered around the power plant.
Carol Newman sees the remains of the power plant as a testament to those who built this town.
These families, their descendants still live in Walsenburg, and we're so enriched because there were 32 nationalities here, speaking 27 languages.
Water in the tunnels forced the mines to close, but the power stayed on.
The city of Walsenburg bought this power plant in 1955, and it supplied the power for not only Walsenburg, but the rural areas.
The city turned off the power in 1971, severing the coal industry's last tie to the community.
This is what 30 years does, 35 years.
It's not just longtime residents who feel a connection to this building.
I've lived here about 3 years.
John Carlson saw the building and heard it calling his name.
You look around the area and you wouldn't know what industry built anything down here because it was all torn down.
That prompted him to nominate the site for the Endangered Places list.
When I first proposed it, several people laughed at me right to my face, and I'm sure many laughed at me behind my back because what can you do with that old building? It's just an old building, tear it down. But yet, here is something that can be saved.
The previous owner and people were salvaging material from the building.
Guillermo Sanchez and his brothers saved the building from being torn down 10 years ago.
That was one of the reasons why we were interested in purchasing the building, because we wanted that to stop.
It's easy to see the building's potential: solid walls, spacious rooms, and plenty of character.
Being close to the highway, any type of business would be probably a good idea.
I think we're all open to any good idea for the use of this building.
The challenge? Finding the money and people with vision to realize that potential.
It's getting a little scary because the next step is deciding what to do with it and then finding the money. And in these times, that's not a good thing to be looking for.
Restoring the building so that the Walsenburg power plant can bring a new kind of energy to the area.
Now I know that there are people in this part of the country that are interested in restoring something like this.